Have you ever experienced something strange during sleep with your mind, your body, or the person sleeping next to you? I bet you have. Many things that happen during the night can seem strange, and even though we're resting, it's a crucial time for our bodies to continue working, even if it's just to get the house in order. So we decided to bring you a series of phenomena that happen or can happen during your rest, and whether or not you need to worry about them. Before we continue, if you're intrigued by curiosities and unusual phenomena, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Brain Outside the Box. We bring new perspectives to the stories you thought you knew. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. So let's get to what matters. Let's start with what might be the most talked about and controversial subject regarding our sleep: dreams. They have been a source of curiosity and human investigation since the dawn of societies, and have been the subject of thousands of theories and explanations that, at least according to science, are not so conclusive. Dreams have been interpreted as premonitions, a way to communicate with God, and even a method to leave one's own body and visit other spaces with your consciousness detached from matter. However, the theory that probably most investigated and spread knowledge about dreams is psychoanalysis, created by Austrian Dr. Sigmund Freud. The psychoanalytic theory's founding milestone is precisely a work dealing with this phenomenon, the interpretation of dreams, published in 1900. Freud's work stirred up traditional science and conservative society at the time by suggesting that dreams are, in fact, the manifestation of repressed desires. Well, we don't have time to present in detail or even discuss the merits and limitations of psychoanalysis. But a contribution that comes from this foundation built by Freudian theory and is supported by current science is that dreams serve to protect our sleep from internal and external stimuli, whether to distract you from noises around you, a physical discomfort, or even that argument you had during the day and kept mulling over in your head. Everything can become content for our brain, which creates a narrative to distract and prevent us from waking up while it does its job of memory and cleaning. But how does our brain work while we're sleeping? This is one of the reasons why a good night's sleep is so important for all of us. During the night, our brain takes the opportunity to organize the house, and for that, it mainly works on memories, as well as doing a thorough cleaning. This might go unnoticed by us, but just imagine how hard it is to find something lost in a messy room or a file in the middle of a chaotic desktop. To prevent this from happening to us, our brain uses this rest period to put things in order through hormones produced in our glands, which create the necessary stimuli and synapses that generate communication between neurons. It organizes all the stimuli we receive during the day, content we learned at school or college, events at work, conversations, feelings, people we met. In short, everything that's important is stored in long-term memory compartments, and what's not of interest is discarded right away. Thus, we don't need to remember everything that happens, and we still ensure space to learn new things and access those we need most. Also, it's during this time that our body performs a general cleanup, which is part of a larger process, simply known as cellular respiration. It's through this process that cells use the nutrients we've acquired to keep the body functioning. And it's also through it that cerebrospinal fluid flows from the cervical spine to the brain, rinsing the tissue and eliminating toxins that are excess residues from processing that accumulate throughout the day. Speaking of the spine, did you know that we grow while we sleep? The fact is that growth hormones mainly act during sleep and in darker environments. This is well known, right? But besides that, our bodies grow about 0.4 inches every night, even after the growth phase. Did you know that? Well, of course, we don't continue to grow progressively. So over the course of our lives, that's not the case, unless in some specific cases caused by a disease or syndrome. The growth I'm referring to occurs due to the relief of pressure exerted on the spine during the day while we're standing or sitting. Gravity compresses the vertebral discs, draining fluids and pressing on soft tissues and cartilage. This relief is crucial, including for the natural growth of children and teenagers, which is facilitated by the reduction of pressure. Besides all that, have you heard of sleep paralysis? Since we're talking about things our body does while we're sleeping, I'll take the opportunity to explain some phenomena that may calm the more worried or satisfy the more curious, like me. Have you ever experienced waking up being conscious even with your eyes open but unable to move? I have. Sleep paralysis is reported as a frightening experience by those who have gone through it. In many cultures, there are even various mythical and mystical explanations that attempt to account for this phenomenon from a metaphysical perspective, as if it were something produced by a demon or any other being from another dimension. However, the scientific explanation shows us that the causes behind these episodes are not things of another world. In fact, when we fall asleep, our brain sends neurotransmitters to the nerves that control muscles, paralyzing them so that there are no reactions during dreams, which mainly occur during the REM sleep stage, when we sleep deeply and our eyes move beneath closed eyelids. If you think about it, this is another mechanism of our body to protect us during sleep and ensure our rest. Occasional episodes of sleep paralysis can be considered normal, and their main cause is probably related to sleep deprivation. However, if it's frequent or lasts more than a few minutes or seconds, see a doctor to investigate more concerning causes, such as narcolepsy disorders or neurological syndromes like epilepsy. We also have muscle spasms, that sensation of falling off the bed or a cliff. Have you ever felt like you were going to fall from somewhere and jumped in bed as you were almost falling asleep? Or worse, were you almost falling asleep, cuddling with your loved one, and suddenly they jumped, waking you up abruptly? This experience has been reported by more than 70% of people, according to sleep experts. That's why it's surrounded by various theories that try to explain why it happens so frequently. Some even say it could be remnants of primitive instincts from our ancestors, who slept in trees and needed to be always alert, even while sleeping, to not fall. The most likely scenario is that these events occur due to failures or delays in the reception of muscle nerves in relation to the brain's message for them to stay still, because it's time to sleep and work is about to start. And have you been sleeping well at night? Not really, right? After everything we've seen here about the importance of sleep for our body, I think you should keep an eye on it, huh? Anyway, I think I'll go take a nap. We'll see each other soon on the Brain Outside the Box channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.